Is something.
There is something echoing. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Give me a sec.
So we'll start reading. Adoption rates shown in a recent Kinsey report fall anywhere between 20 and 30%, with adoption defined as implementing AI in some form. The KPMG survey.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have this playing last time as well, and I checked the recording. There was nothing. We didn't have feedback.
Yeah, they heard feedback, but it had to be someone.
It's someone's Zoom.
Yeah.
I can guarantee. Like when Deb was saying she was still hearing it, I was on my phone checking.
Yep. I'm gonna go get Advil from the.
I have Advil in my bag.
Yeah.
Because I took it yesterday from there. That's the last one.
Do you need one?
Yeah.
Go buy another one.
That's that. Oh, can you print out another set?
Yeah.
I only printed one set out.
Can you start the looping video just so it's
Oh yeah, it
looping?
was playing, but I did.
Good?
Yeah.
All right. Good afternoon. Oh, you're going to get started with the first video? Sorry.
No, yeah, we're not.
I'm on video feed. Good afternoon and welcome to this first ever virtual Digital Transformation Week. My name is Jim Love. I'm the CIO and Chief Digital Officer at ITWC, and it's my great pleasure to be with you today to help us kick things off. If 2020 so far has taught us anything, it's that when confronted with wicked problems and big challenges, we can either shrink and fade away or sail straight into the winds of disruption. We do the latter.
We're still watching the video. We're not watching you. We're still watching the video. We didn't get the countdown. We're getting the countdown now.
Yeah, because there's a delay of 30 seconds. It doesn't do it live. There's a 30-second delay. I'm gonna keep on going. You guys let me know if there's an issue afterwards, but it should catch up. If 2020 so far has taught us anything, it's that when confronted with wicked problems and big challenges, we can either shrink and fade away or sail straight into the winds of disruption. We do the latter not foolishly or blindly, but have planned ahead and charted a course. We move forward in search of new opportunities, new ways of delivering that customer or user experience that is the hallmark of transformation. The timing of what we've dubbed DX Week couldn't have been better. When you consider the vast swath of changes that have come rushing in worldwide since March, the word acceleration comes to mind. Pre-COVID, it was said the pace of change in technology was intense. Now we're in hyperdrive. Change is now unquestionably the new normal, which makes digital transformation the central current in business. As more and more businesses are finding, it's a line separating the haves from the have-nots. As DX Week is virtual, obviously things are going to look a lot different from previous years when we had a live event. Our focus for today is going to be on digital workspaces. I don't think there are many more timely topics than this one coming into the summer of 2020. With the peak of COVID infections hopefully behind us, we may be seeing a lot of people returning to work. But there's a huge chunk of knowledge workers who aren't in particular rush to return to the old normal of working at a desk in an office. But let's get started, shall we? The day of packed boardrooms, desks crammed together, and commutes appear to be over, at least for now. In the wake of COVID-19, the world of work may be one of taped off desks, staggered start times, hand sanitizing stations, and one-way corridors. In the spirit of this new normal, I hand things over to Chris Pope, Global VP Innovation, ServiceNow. If someone's running the Zoom meeting, can you mute Jim? Chris will be our first, but not only, global presentation this week. He's speaking to us today from his home outside of London, England, and will offer some insights into how you can transform the way work gets done using digital platforms. Chris will make it all just a little more real by talking about how his own organization was able to quickly pivot to a new working model. Chris, I know I'm speaking on behalf of everyone watching when I say that was super and I learned a heck of a lot. Thank you so much for your time. Next up, we have a discussion about remote working best practices from people who have lived the experience. It was recorded earlier this month and covers everything from moving an entire municipal workforce to a work from home posture to the security and privacy issues that have crept up as video conferences move into people's homes. We're offering a highlight of the discussion today with the intent of making the fuller discussion available in the coming days. I turn it back to Chris to introduce the panel discussion and the panelists.
Thanks for the introduction, Jim, and great to be with you here today. So as we move into this new world of work and the concept of remote working, ServiceNow, the company I work for, we had to pivot overnight, like many organizations all over the world, where our comfort zone, if you will, of being in physical locations together, our employees and working directly with our customers, suddenly changed.
That you want tech all the time, you might default to that. But we've actually seen the people who are most anxious to go back to the workplace are the younger employees. And when you think about it, it does make some sense. There is that social contact. This is where you meet people. This is where you...
Dan and Jim.
Go.
Anyone who knows me well or has attended one of the hundreds of webinars I've moderated over the years knows I'm very big on quizzes and surveys. Well, today I strike again, this time with the quick 5-question quiz about what CIOs are doing and thinking when it comes to digital workspaces in this new normal. Jeff, the quiz should be popping up now. Let's begin.
I need to share.
Okay. I can make it happen.
Yeah, then switch to presentation.
And I know there's an old quiz showing up. That was my fault.
Okay, go ahead and share, Jeff.
Switch to presentation.
Okay, and so the quiz should show up for everyone. There is a cookie notice that shows up. I have not found a way to get rid of that yet. But
So right here, I should be Jim live. Mark?
Yeah, you could just do video feed right now.
So the quiz is showing up for people. It doesn't have to show up on the stream. On the stream, it's only Jim live.
Jeff sharing his screen while everything was pinned takes over everything. So this, which are the laptops, the pinned video.
Yeah, we can sort that out tomorrow.
Yep. Okay, no, it's nice.
So I'm going back to Jim live. And question 1, what's the one thing that CIOs told us contributed the most to work at home productivity? Faster internet, ergonomic chairs, collaboration tools, or Uber Eats?
Uber Eats.
Jim talks a bit about this.
now in this screen will update as people vote.
Are people voting?
Yeah, there's some votes. It's 50-50, fast internet and collaboration tools. Surprised that no one wanted ergonomic chairs.
Knowing they know the answer.
And it looks like the vote is split, but the answer is ergonomic chairs. All right, moving on to question number 2. In recent roundtables held across Canada, what percentage of CIOs said they expect more than half of their employees will continue to work from home after the pandemic? 25%, 40%, 55%, or 100%? And the answer is 40%. So a few of you got that right. On to the next question, Jeff. In the same sessions, what did CIOs see as the biggest challenge as we look to working in the new normal? Cultural change, budget restraint, security, and whether their pants will fit. So I'm not seeing any answers popping up on my side. Des, can you text me to let me know if you saw the quiz and were able to answer?
Or you're just scared to answer?
Anyone? Somebody text me to let me know.
On my iPad. So
Des, related to the full screen mode, that's expected, and that's not a problem, that's a feature. I'll talk to you about that at the end. Okay, I see one answer come in. Nobody texted me saying that they saw the quiz pop up.
yeah, so I loaded it on my iPad.
Yep. Okay,
The quiz showed up. I can't do it on my other screen because it's running the PowerPoint.
yep. So James, Steve, Sophia, just send me a text on whether or not the quiz appeared.
James, Steve, Sophia. Can you guys send me a text?
Yep, I can hear you.
Of the quiz, James, Steve, Sophia. Closed automatically when I came out.
Okay,
Let's refresh the page, but it shouldn't close automatically, so you might have had an older version.
okay, Midori sees the quiz. Sophia didn't see it come up. Jeff will just troubleshoot all of this tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to go on to the next question, but for those curious, the answer was culture change.
So if we didn't have a shift refresh, it would have popped up and disappeared in 100 milliseconds.
Yep.
But as long as they have the latest version, it will appear and stay there until they close it.
Yep. Okay, fair enough. This may be a problem during the rehearsals, but not during the live. Okay. What did CIOs say is the best way to deal with the impact of isolation on work-at-home employees? Virtual happy hours, an always open bridge for employee chat, daily Zoom meetings, or all of the above?
Someone took back your answer.
I know, knowing this audience, you're all lying if you didn't pick A. Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know, Des. And such lies. You're changing answers. You all should have picked happy hour. I returned $30 worth of bottles to the beer store 2 days ago. So you know what my answer was. The correct answer was all of the above. Final question. Going forward, the CIO said they believe the work from home experience they offer will be A, more technology driven, B, monitored more closely by management, C, a differentiator to attract and retain talent, or D, Zoom-tastic. Obviously, Zoom-tastic should be the answer, but the one that we picked was a differentiator to attract and retain talent. Now, and just like that, it's time for us to hand out our
Okay, give me a
first.
sec. 'Cause,
Yep.
Well, quiz is done now, right?
Yep, quiz is done.
Yeah. just because of how this works.
I just have to push a thing to clear it out for people.
Yep.
Okay, Jim space is back.
Okay, so I'm going to pick up where we left off. We started the program 4 years ago to spotlight the key innovators in the industry. To our great pleasure, you reacted very favorably to the program, and we have been growing it ever since. Even with all the upheaval going on in the world, this year has been no different. In fact, this year we have been inundated with DX Award nominations, which is a huge tell-all of an industry that's going to be strong and vibrant for a long, long time to come. Judging panel. Our judging panel for 2020 is a stellar one, deep in both experience and knowledge. We have past president of the CIO Association, several other people. I'm just skipping ahead. Envisioning and then pulling off digital transformation in a large public sector organization is no easy task. Governments are, as a rule, subject to intense scrutiny on any major investment they make or project they pursue. Municipal entities in particular face the particularly arduous task of harmonizing any plans they have for smart cities, with an ongoing demand to provide residents with the basic day-to-day services they need. Here's Maren Harris, an account executive with ServiceNow, to present the Digital Transformation Award for the large public sector. So, and that concludes day one of DX Week. Tomorrow, of course, we have a lot of important ground to cover as we attempt to plumb the depths and scale the heights of AI. We're going to get a lot out of tomorrow, including the things business leaders need to understand before implementing AI. Along the way, of course, will be an award presentation tomorrow. It will be an award presentation. Tomorrow, it'll be the AI Fuel Transformation and Small Private Sector Awards. I'd like to encourage all of you to hit CompuGen's breakout room for further discussion on remote working practices. I just know it'll be well worth your time. Thank you everyone for your time and interest. See you tomorrow. Okay, let's take a pause right there, and if everyone can join audio on the event Zoom. All right, bye. Sorry, everyone. I got a phone call and my audio dropped. All right. Good to run?
Yeah, I might still be able to do the video.
Okay, if you want. It's up to you. All right.
Oh, never mind. I don't see a keynote.
Welcome to day 2 of DX Week. Thanks for joining us. Today's focus, AI. We're now years into what some have called an AI revolution, but there remains a considerable gap between the promise of AI and the practical realities of its use and usefulness in business. While some have been trumpeting AI's capability for years, for most companies, its benefits remain theoretical. Adoption rates shown in a recent Kinsey report fall anywhere between 20 and 30%, with adoption defined as implementing AI in some form. A KPMG survey of 30 of the global 500 companies found that although 30% of respondents reported using AI for a selective range of functions, a mere 17% said they're deploying it at scale. This is the key, the line between leveraging AI and thus enjoying the benefits of this so-called revolution and dabbling in it. The plain truth is that for most organizations, there are as many questions around AI as answers. I personally like that AI is one of the focuses of DX Week. It's not that AI is the busiest topic on the IT World Canada website, nor is it the item that is top of mind daily for business leaders. Maybe it should be. I'm excited to announce that we have Anand Medapalli, PhD, Head of Solutions at Element AI, a global developer of artificial intelligence-powered AI solutions.
We don't have a video for this.
It's his responsibility to deliver AI solutions to the supply chain and financial sectors. We don't have a video?
No. I don't know which one either, so I'm not really sure.
Okay, this is where Anand's keynote video goes. It's the AI video. And when the video ends, Jim says, the big questions now around AI are best answered by people who are out in the field using it. We're fortunate to have with us 5 leaders who are prepared to share their thoughts on what works right now and what doesn't.
First of all, I want to thank you all for joining us today. Thank you for
A virtual round, ladies and gentlemen, a virtual round of applause, if you please, for SalesPoint Distinguished Engineer, Office of the CTO, Dana Reed, who will lead the panel discussion around the AI use cases you can deploy today.
My name is Dana Reed. I am based out of Denver, Colorado. I work for SailPoint Technologies, and I'm really excited to be here. So thank you for taking the time to discuss AI in your toolbox. So, yeah. Well, good. I think that wraps up the panel for today. Thank you all for taking the time out of your day to join us. We really do appreciate it. And with that, we'll go back to you, Jim.
Hey there, I'm back and it's quiz time. Just like yesterday, we have 5 quick questions for you. This time, of course, they're about AI. Ready? Let's begin. You guys text me so I know if the quiz popped up. In the 2019 Canadian CIO census, what percentage of CIOs said that implementing AI had met or exceeded their expectations? 12%. Yeah, go ahead, Jeff. Sure. 12%, 23%, 48%. The data was inconclusive.
Sorry, I just got it.
Yeah, no problem.
We'll have to figure this
Can
part
you-
out tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll run through that with Jeff a few times. Can you guys give me a thumbs up if the quiz worked, thumbs down if it didn't? Yeah, I just saw your message, Des. Jeff, just the feedback I'm getting is Des saw the quiz, but she couldn't answer. Midori did not. Now Des says it's working.
Yeah, I had to start the presentation and share
Yeah.
that screen and do everything all at the same time right now.
Yep, no problem.
I usually push the messenger pop-up first so that I can do the other stuff. But
Yep.
it means that part's not
We just have to
working yet.
practice this tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll just practice this a few times so we have the timing.
Yeah, and we're having someone else run the presentation. Well, next month.
It should be Jim Live. Not the share. It should be Jim Live right now.
No, it's because we're just
Okay.
doing this, right?
Yep. I'm going to blame this on virtual happy hour that you all lied about. But the answer to this question is A, 12%. All right, on to question 2.
I didn't cheat.
No, I didn't think you did. According to a Deloitte report, how many Canadians feel they can explain what AI is and how it works? 1%, 4%, 21%, and 98% said it's good at playing chess. It's interesting that all of these are very precise numbers and not, rounded off. So the actual answer is B, 4%. James, I saw your message about it being on the main screen. On day of, it'll be Jim Live and not the actual
It will be tweaked.
results.
We'll have to do
Yeah.
that.
We'll do tweaking on this. On to, okay, the answer was B, 4%. And on to question 3. What is the top AI trend for 2020 identified by Forbes magazine? A, more AI will be taking place on edge devices. B, AI will increasingly be used to create films and music. C, AI will increasingly be used to automate repetitive work tasks like film and music. Or AI will finally find Waldo. Interestingly, Carmen Sandiego will never be found, even with AI. Des says the quiz didn't change, Jeff.
Yeah, it didn't.
Okay,
I'm not sure.
that's fine. We can tweak all that. Okay, I'm going to skip past the quiz at this point. That's a lot of practice we're going to do tomorrow anyway. And
Okay.
I'm going to switch to Jim Live.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for you.
Jeff, can you stop sharing your screen?
Yep.
And then
Yep.
Jim says, today we have 2 awards to hand out. One for AI-fueled transformation and another for large public sector. Here to present the first of those awards is Steve Proctor, ITWC's VP of Marketing and Communication. Where did it go?
This is the video that's being redone, right? The Telus one?
Yeah, but just play what you have just to,
I don't have one.
okay, that's fine. So the video finishes and we go back to Jim Live where he says, thanks a lot, Steve, and congratulations, Telus. Here to present the large public sector DX Award for 2020 is Jeremy Elric, VP of Sales for CompuGen.
I don't have this either.
Okay. That video plays, then it finishes. Jim says, that concludes day 2 of our DX week. I'd like to first congratulate our award winners. Considering the strength of the nominees overall, you should feel very proud of what you've achieved. Thank you to all of you out there for once again taking the time to join us. I trust that, like me, you have found today to be time well spent. Tomorrow, our focus will shift to security and emerging tech. Considering the madness for the past few months, this is a topic I know will be particularly interesting. All right, that's it for me. Before you all float away into the ether, I encourage you to take a few minutes to visit our SailPoint post-conference breakout room.
It was just like, it was like the size of like a headshot image. And then there was a pause and then it went to the whole screen. Will it show like
Oh, so that's just timing between Mark and me. We just have to practice a few times.
So that's just timing between Mark and
You're back.
somebody